Aloha, this is Kate in Paradise, and I'm going to lead you guys through a practice to help if you run a lot or play sports, or just if you have a lot of tightness in your legs, low back. And this should really relax you and loosen you up before or after a workout, or just if you want to get a little bit of stretching in during the day. This practice is for you, Will. So let's get started. So all you need for this practice is a yoga mat and a chair or a stool and a wall. So if you have those three things, then you can do this at home. So start on your hands and knees and just fall back into child's pose. So in child's pose, you want your hips on your heels and you want to rest your forehead on the ground. While you're in this position, just breathe into your back. Feel the back of your lungs expand. And just let your mind relax. On the next inhale, plant your hands firmly on the ground. So you want your hands like that against the ground, not like this. So you have a good foundation. And you're going to inhale and bring your chest forward, bring your shoulders back, lift your hips, and let your stomach fall to the ground. So you're getting a nice arch in your back. As you exhale, really round your back and come all the way back down to child's pose. Inhaling, opening your chest, letting your shoulders melt down your back. Exhaling, coming all the way into child's pose. On the next inhale, we're going to keep our arms alongside our ears, and we're going to slowly lift our upper body, really using our core strength to slowly lift us into a kneeling position. As we exhale, we're going to come all the way back down to child's pose. As we inhale, we're going to come up to the cow position, and as we exhale, we're going to go into downward dog. So I'm going to lead you through this sequence a few times. Just feel free to follow along. Drop your knees. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, round your back, come to child's pose. Inhale, the arms come up. Use your core to bring you to kneeling. Exhale, use that core again. Let yourself drop all the way down. Plant your hands. Inhale, bring your chest forward. Shoulders run down your back. Exhale, come to downward dog. Let's just walk in the downward dog, stretching out our calves. We really want to press our finger pads into the floor and lift our seat bones, bending our knees, lifting our heels, really getting long through our back. Once you find that length in your back and your shoulders are relaxed, then you can start pressing the heels down and bringing the heels closer to the ground. On the next inhale, drop your knees, have your chest come forward. Exhale, round the back. Come all the way to child's pose. Inhale, bring the arms up alongside the ears. Use that core. Stretch up. Exhale, contracting the belly towards the spine. Come all the way down. Plant the palms. Inhale, chest comes forward. And then let's stop at neutral right here. So now we're going to get a little bit of opening through our sides. So we're going to plant our left hand on the ground, and we're going to reach our right arm up with the inhale. As we exhale, we're going to thread it all the way through, letting our right ear drop onto the mat, right shoulder drop on the mat, getting a twist. Inhale, we're going to lift up. Exhale, we're going to thread through. So doing this a few times with your own breath, just try to expand as much as you can on the inhale, lengthening through the collarbones. As you exhale, just try to get a nice deep twist. On your next inhale, you're going to keep the right arm up And just really find some expansion through the collarbone, bringing this left shoulder away from your ear, keeping the knees right underneath the hips. Relax your neck, relax your jaw. Exhale, come all the way through. And you're going to rest your right shoulder, right ear on the ground. Press your left palm into the ground so that you're getting a nice twist, opening that left shoulder. On the next inhale, come back to center, and we'll do the other side. So this time we'll plant the right palm into the ground, and we're inhaling the left arm up, exhaling, threading it through. Inhaling, lifting the arm up, expanding, exhale as it comes all the way through. Inhaling, finding that expansion, exhaling, twisting through the upper body. Inhale, expand and hold, relaxing this right shoulder down away from your ear. So you don't want to be like this, you want to be like that. And extending the left arm up, relax your neck. You don't need to look up. If that's uncomfortable, you can look down. You just want to be open through the chest. And then exhale, thread the arm all the way through. Press your left shoulder, left ear against the ground, really getting a nice twist. And then press this right hand against the ground so you can open up more across your collarbones. Getting more of a twist. And just breathe into your ribs. Inhale, let's go back to center. And now what I'm going to have you guys do is you're going to turn the left knee back and bring the right leg out like this. So you want your left hand, left knee, and right foot to all be on one plane, in one line. And then from here you're going to open up, really lifting this right arm up and over. So you're twisting your whole body towards the sky. You want to really press that right foot into the ground. The outside edge of your right foot should be pressing into the ground. Your left hand should be planted against the ground, really pushing you up. You should be lifting these ribs, lifting your whole body up towards the sky. And then on your next exhale, just let your right arm just fall over. Just relax. Let your jaw relax. Let your neck relax. Really getting a nice stretch through your side. And then exhale your right hand down. We're going to rotate to the other side. So the left foot comes out. Plant the left foot on the ground. The right knee is going to twist around, rotating the right foot back. The right hand is planted. These are all in the same line. And then we're going to open up. Opening up, rolling up to the sky. Getting some nice opening. Lifting here through your side body. Lifting your left ribs up towards the sky and rotating up towards the sky. And on your next exhale, just relax this left hand down and over. Feeling a nice deep stretch to the side. Relax your face. Lifting your left ribs up towards the heavens. Exhale, come down. Come back to center. And let's come into downward dog. So we're going to plant our palms, nice wide fingers. I'm going to slowly roll up, keeping the knees bent, keeping the heels lifted, and get that nice length. You want to be extending through the crown of your head, all the way through your tailbone. getting nice extension through your spine. When you feel like you have some extension, when your low back feels comfortable, then you can start to press your heels down. And then on the next inhale, I want you to lift your left foot into the sky. And as you exhale, bring it all the way through. If it doesn't make it through, you can help it. You want to bring your left ankle right underneath your left knee. So in this part, if you need to pad your knee, feel free. I always bring a blanket to yoga just in case, and then I can pad my knee. And what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way up. We want our hips facing forward. We draw your belly button in. Feel like you're zipping up a tight pair of pants. And your low belly and your belly button are just coming in. And then from there, lift your arms. Inhale, extend. Exhale, relax your shoulders down your back. We really want even weight in the front foot. And then from here, we're going to drop our left arm onto our left thigh. And we're going to take our right arm and just cascade it over. Getting a nice stretch through our side, through our hip flexor. It's just stay real stable in your core. Feel a dynamic pull between your left foot and your right knee, like they're hugging in together. This is going to give you stability. And then let your upper body be light and buoyant and let it just melt over to the left side. Just let your face relax, your neck relax. Really open up through this right shoulder and right collarbone. Beautiful. Then from here, I'm going to have you come back. So your right hip is right over the right knee. And I want you to flex your left foot. Now here you can use the wall, you can use a chair, or if you are feeling really flexible, you can reach your hands to the ground. So you want to be wherever you're at. But what you're looking for in this pose is a natural curve in your back. You don't want to be rounded like this. You want to be tall. So it doesn't matter how far you go forward. What really matters is your hips. You want both hip bones to be facing straight forward, and you want to flex this left foot. So really flex these toes back towards your heart and let your heart reach towards the toes. And just find a natural hinging from the hips coming forward. And then in this pose, just go to where you feel like the furthest you can go while keeping the correct posture. And then just strive for some relaxation. Just close your eyes and just breathe into wherever it's tight. Maybe it's your hamstring, maybe it's your hip, maybe it's your low back, maybe it's your foot. Just sending oxygen to that tight area. Just taking a few deep breaths in this position. Really drawing that left hip back, letting the right hip come forward, squaring those hips. Beautiful. Now we're going to take the left foot planted on the ground. Place both hands on the ground, either side of the left foot, and we're going to step the right foot up alongside the left foot. So you want your feet to be hip distance apart, so you don't want your stance to be too wide, you don't want your feet to be touching. Just about 2 fists should be able to fit in between your feet. You want your second toe to be facing forward. So this may make you a slight bit pigeon-toed. That's okay. A little bit pigeon-toed helps you open up through the hips. So from this position, I want you to place your palms on your shins and lift your chest on the inhale. Kind of finding a little arch in your back. And then on the exhale, just rolling all the way down. Inhale, lifting the chest, arching the back. Exhale, come all the way down. One more time. And then inhale your arms all the way up. Reach up to the sky. Let your palms touch. Let your shoulder blades melt down your back and come all the way back to standing. All right, now we're going to do the other side. So we'll inhale up, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way forward. And then we're going to step back with the left foot, keeping the right foot in front. We're going to drop the left knee, and we're going to come into our kneeling position. So first, make sure your foundation is strong. So you want to keep this right foot planted. You want even weight on either side of the foot. So find that now. And then you want to feel a pulling action from the right foot to the left knee, hugging into each other, creating stability as you lift your arms up. Feeling that zipping up of your lower abdomen, your spine is coming back towards your belly button is coming back towards your spine. So you're bringing you don't want to be arched like this, you want to bring your belly back. Then from there, lifting your arms, relaxing your shoulders. Take a few breaths here, really trying to square your hips. So bringing this right hip back, left hip forward, lunging forward so that your right knee is right over the right ankle. Beautiful. We're going to drop the right forearm onto the right thigh, and we're going to let the left arm just cascade over to the right. Just really opening up through those left rib cage, opening up through the left collarbone. Just relax your face, relax your jaw. Okay, now we're going to use the wall, use a chair, something to stabilize us, as we bring our left hip right over our left knee and extend our right leg straight out. So we want to think about squaring those hips. So that right hip is coming back, letting that left hip come forward. We're flexing the right foot back towards our heart. We're finding a natural curve in our back as we hinge forward. Our heart is reaching towards our toes are reaching back towards our heart. Just relaxing the chin down, making the spine long, and just trying to find relaxation in this pose. It's going to get all up through your IT band here. And just breathe into wherever it's most tight for you. Okay, great job, you guys. We're going to plant that right foot onto the ground. Bring your hands on either side of the foot. We're going to have the left foot come up to meet the right. Now we're going to get to our hamstrings again by placing our palms on our shins, lifting our chest, straightening our legs a little bit. Exhaling, let the knees get soft around the back. Inhaling, exhaling. In this pose, you want to think about your sitting bones, the ones that you sit on, spreading out wide. So you really want to relax your bottom and keep your thighs strong, and you want to feel an inner rotation. So you want to feel as if your thighs are moving around like this and the inner thigh is pressing back. So really try to feel that movement as you're inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, coming down. As you inhale to come up, feel those inner thighs move back and apart. creating space in your hips, creating space in your low back. One more time. And inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Stretch up, find length, and then exhale, let your arms fall on either side. So now we're going to do a right angle against the wall. This is really great for your back. So you want to place your palms a little bit below your chest on the wall, about shoulders distance apart. And you just want to walk your feet back and then extend. So you're creating a right angle with your body. So you don't want your feet to be too far out like this or too far in like this. You want them right underneath your hips. So you may have to move them around a little bit. Same position with your feet. Hip distance apart. The second toe is facing forward. The heels are slightly turned out, creating that space in your low back. Press the palms against the wall. You want to think about the space in between your thumb and forefinger, really pressing into the wall. Creating that action. You're trying to break the wall, push through the wall. Your ears should be in line with your biceps. Your heart should be reaching towards the ground. Shoulder blades coming together on your back. Low belly is lifted. And the sitting bones are shooting out towards the other wall. You want your knees soft. Don't lock your knees. Keep them a little soft. And just take a few breaths here. Staying active. Pressing into those palms. Straightening those arms. Finding length in your back. Beautiful. And then let's come up to standing. We're going to use the wall again. We'll place our left hand against the wall. And right about shoulders height. You want your feet hip distance apart. Once again, you don't want to be like this or like this. You want your feet right underneath, so arms distance. And really, once again, press in between your forefinger and your thumb, that space on your hand. Really press that into the wall. Really let your shoulders come down, relax down your back. And then reach around and grab your shoulder blade, your left shoulder blade, and just pull it down. As you're pulling it down, almost take your thumb and push your chest muscle up. So you're turning your body from this position into this position. And then from here, slowly walk your feet to the right. So everyone's body is different. Everyone has different mobility in their shoulders. So just find what's comfortable for you. If you can only take a few steps, that's fine. If you can turn all the way around, that's amazing. And then you can look over your right shoulder. You can also rotate your hand if you want a little bit more tense. So your fingers are pointing to the back of the room. And that gets a little bit more deeply into your shoulder. Let's take a couple breaths here, lifting our low belly as we exhale, relaxing our shoulders, opening our chest on the inhale. Beautiful. Now to the other side. We'll place the right palm against the wall, shoulders height, really pressing in between forefinger and thumb. So right there, press that spot into the wall. Feet hip distance apart. Your arm is active. Your shoulder blades are coming down. You're not hunching forward. You're opening your chest. Shoulders are coming down your back. Reach around, grab that right shoulder blade. Help it come down. So you're kind of grabbing like right here. and at the same time pushing your right chest muscle up. And from there, turn the body, keeping your feet hip distance apart. You can look over to the left, finding that stretch through your neck, your shoulders. You can take your hand and turn it to face backwards if you want something more intense. Lifting the low belly on the exhale, expanding the chest on the inhale. A few more breaths here. And press that palm actively into the wall, between the pointer finger and the thumb. Beautiful. Okay, now we can use a chair or we can use a wall to help us in this position. What I'm going to have you do is keep the right leg planted and take the left leg planted, and take the right foot and place it over. You want it above the knee. You don't want it on the knee, and you don't want the ankle to be right here because then your ankle's digging into your leg. So you want your lower right calf to be right above the knee, resting on the thigh, and face the wall. And then I want you to just lower down. And you can use the wall to guide you as you come as low as is comfortable. And the same thing that we've been practicing, you just want to hinge forward. You don't want to be all rounded like this. You just want to keep your back straight and just hinge forward from the hips. Neck is long, chin is dropped. And just bend the standing knee as much as you like to just really get deeply into this outer hip here. Just taking a few breaths here. Beautiful. Then inhaling, walking your hands back up the wall. We'll switch to the other side. So this time the right foot plants into the ground. You really want your even weight on your foot. So you're not leaning on the outside or the inside of your foot, but you found an even space for that foot. And then you're resting your left lower calf above your knee on your right thigh. And then once again, we're just going to slowly walk our hands down, hinging from the hips. We're going to bend the standing knee until we feel like it's pretty intense. It's good to keep the left foot flexed. Whatever foot is crossed over, it's good to keep it flexed because that protects the knee. You don't want it just kind of limp hanging there. You want to kind of flex it because that's going to activate the muscles that protect the knee there. So just relax the back of your neck, relax your face, drop down into those hips. Feel, whatever feels good for you. Just breathe into that tension. Inhaling, walking your hands back up the wall. Beautiful. And now for this next one, I'm going to have you, I would use a chair for stability. And I would either double your mat or I would use a blanket, just fold up a blanket and place it against the wall. Because what we're going to do is we're going to do a thigh stretch that requires a little bit of balancing. So what I want you to do is shimmy up to the wall. Doesn't matter which side the chair is on. But shimmy up to the wall. We'll do our left side first. So our left shoulder's against the wall. And then grab this left foot and just hug it up towards your left bottom, and then twist around so that the top of your left foot is against the wall. Then use your chair and bring your right foot forward. So you want to bring your right foot like at least 2 feet in front of you, pretty good distance in front of you, so that you can have some room to lean. So whatever's comfortable here. If it's too intense, then walk this left foot forward so that there's less of a stretch here in the hamstring. So wherever you are, wherever it's comfortable, you can use your chair for stability, and you can come forward onto this onto the right thigh, and just feel a stretch of this hip flexor and through the calf. The quad. Just breathing here. You can reach this left arm up and back, and you can kind of feel it a little bit more in here. And then we're going to push our bottom back towards the wall. And this is going to give us a completely different stretch. And try to bring your back as much towards the wall as you can, and really get into more of the quads and less of the hip flexor. So this can be really intense for some people. Just take it slow, whatever feels good in your body. Okay, so you want to come out of this very slowly. Come out of it. I kind of just like to bring my hands onto the ground. Bring the right knee back for support, and then twist over to the left and bring the left foot down. So now let's do the other side. So we'll bring the right side of the body against the wall, and bring the right foot up behind you. Step your left foot forward, use the floor, use the chair for stability, and then coming up. So first we're going to just walk that left foot forward quite a bit so that we can lunge forward, really getting to that hip flexor, stretching through that whole right side of the body. And now, press the left foot into the ground, and bring that right hip, right bottom back towards the heel. Bring your chin down a little bit, bring your shoulders back. Just feel that intense stretch in your quad right there. Just breathing into wherever it's tight, relax your shoulders, relax your face. So you can stay right there for a minute if you like. I just want to show you real quickly what this looks like from the side, just to give you a better view. It's basically going to be, your foot is here, and then the other foot's here. So the first variation, you're coming forward like this. Second variation, you're coming all the way back towards the wall like this. So that might kind of give you a better visual of what we're doing. So to come out, I want to be real careful.